We've all heard that phrase, change your habits, change your life, right? You've probably heard that. But here's my question for you. Which habits? Which habits matter the most in changing your life and helping you achieve long-term success? Specifically, because we know lots of people who have good habits, right? And yet they see other people pass them by. Some people have good health habits, and yet they're wiped out by Wednesday. Some people have good habits in their relationships, but they can't get some people to believe in them or buy from them or support them. Sometimes you have good, habits in productivity. You're organized and you're staying on track and you're trying to be focused. And yet you see these other people pass you by. Like, what's the difference? How do you reach heightened and sustained success over the long term? My name is Brendan Burchard, and I'm the author of this new book called High Performance Habits: How Extraordinary People Become That Way. And I've been blessed to spend the last 10 years as a professional certified high performance coach, working with some of the most influential people in the world. And I've been able to decode exactly what makes them so unique. And over the last 3 years, we've just completed one of the world's largest studies of high performers with data from over 190 countries. What is it that high performers are doing differently than everybody else? Because it does matter which habits you do, which ones first, which order, and what practices you use to sustain them on purpose. Because the habits that make you extraordinary aren't habits that you're just unconsciously good at. It's that what we found from high performers from, again, one of the world's largest studies ever done, was that they were practicing what we call deliberate habits. These were habits that they had to consistently practice consciously and conscientiously in order to keep outperforming their peers. And let me tell you about those 6 habits.
Let's go. TGIM, Rise and Shine Familia. Happy Monday. And today I'm going to be going in detail exactly about those 6 habits. So I'm super excited, ready to go ahead and give you guys the sauce for today. High performance, right? This is a book that I'm telling you really changed the game, because you guys are going to start to understand there's patterns, right? Success leaves clues. And if we can pay attention, we're going to be able to take advantage of what they've left the path for us to go ahead and follow. So before we go ahead and dive into today, what is everybody grateful for coming in to Monday? Grateful to be alive, grateful for God, grateful for each and every one of you guys tuning in, grateful for the lessons, grateful for the dream team, grateful for each and every one of you guys that actually reached out to me yesterday about my sister. Yesterday was actually my sister's special day, so I appreciate all the love from you guys. But that's actually going to tie in perfectly into what it is that I'm talking about today, right? You've got to be able to have big reasons why it is that you do what you do. So let's go ahead and get into it today. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, here we go. High performance habits. Let's go ahead and get into it. I've got 6 of them for you today, and how I want you to split them is going to be in 2 different areas, okay? You're going to have personal, and then you're going to also have social, okay? 3 are going to be personal, 3 are going to be social. Let's go ahead and go through the personal habits first, okay? How can you go ahead and start getting your personal habits in check? Well, they took a study, right? And the study was actually from all over the world with 30,000 people in 195 different countries studying top high performance in all different industries. And this is what they found, okay? There's a couple of similarities. Number 1, they found that seeking clarity, okay? They call this the HP6, the high performance 6, okay? If you can get these under control, this is where your performance, more than anything, starts to level up. So number 1 is seeking clarity, and it talks about we talk about seeking clarity a lot, but now you've really got to get detailed. It talks about on who you want to be, how you want to interact with others, what it is that you want, what will bring the greatest meaning to you, right? So before we go ahead and really start anything coming into the next second half of the year, this is why you keep hearing the 6-month evaluation, right? We're about to be 6 months through the year. Now is the perfect time to go ahead and evaluate your progress so you can go ahead and get ready to make the next half double the blessings, double the success, and double the abundance. But it only happens when we track what we want, when we really take time to sit down and think about what did we do well, what can we work on, and what can we go ahead and add in to the next 6 months. So the first thing that high performance individuals always do is they evaluate the performance and they track what it is that they do. Okay, they've got to be able to seek clarity. So if you're not able to put things on paper, if you're not able to actually build your blueprint, this is the magic. If you look at anybody who goes out and they want to build a house, what is the first thing that they have to do before the house is even built? They have to put the blueprint on paper. They know they want 3 bedrooms. They know they want a 2,500 square foot. They know they want to put this furniture here. Everything is built in their mind before it happens. The clarity is there. So the same thing goes with the life. The same thing goes with all pillars that we have: our mind, body, spirit, faith, finances, society. So we've got to be able to get clear on where it is that we're at and where do we want to go with each of these 6 pillars. So we're still in the personal. This is the first one. Number 2, this is going to be being able to generate energy. Okay, this is so important. There's so many of us that just get by and we're just like, it's Monday, another day, got to go to work. We got to go ahead and do the same thing over and over again. This is not waking. This is not living. That's just existing. I live that life and I know what it feels like. And I got tired of waking up on the wrong side of the bed every day. And I realized, why do most of us wake up without energy? Well, it's a couple different reasons, but one of the main ones are there's no purpose. The reason to just wake up, you woke up today, okay, cool, let's go ahead and go to work and just live. You don't have a purpose. When you know why it is that you do what you're doing, now it's going to be easier to go ahead and run the play. So to generate energy, to really stay on your A game, you've got to be able to take care of a couple different things. You need to actively care for your mental stamina, your physical energy, your positive emotions. All of this starts with, what are you eating in the morning? What's the first thing that you fill your body up with? Okay, you want to generate energy. It starts with, what are you putting in your body the first thing in the morning? Okay, now let's talk about exercise. Okay, Tony Robbins talks about all the time. Emotion and motion is a very powerful combo. So even getting in a run, going for a walk, you don't have to necessarily go to a gym, but do something small to go ahead and get your body moving today. Get out of the house. This is where energy starts. Okay. Number 3, raise the necessity for exceptional performance. Raise the necessity for exceptional performance. So what do I mean when I'm talking about this? This is real simple. Going back to what I talked about before this call, right? Yesterday was a big day for me. June 26th was the day that my sister actually passed. And if you go back, you look at my Instagram post, I actually talked about it. That was the day that I decided that I'm not here to just exist. I'm here to have my last name ring for decades, right? I'm here to have my name, my impact ring for generations to come, hundreds of generations to come. So these are part of the reasons why it is that I do what I do. I grew up with alcoholism. I grew up with not the best childhood. So when I got into entrepreneurship, one of the biggest reasons why I really want to not only learn this, but I wanted to go out and teach it, because I knew there were so many out there that were just like me that didn't know the power of trading, that didn't have access to this type of information, that didn't know that we're the average of the 5 people that we hang out with most. So my performance was lacking because what I used to see in my peripherals was laziness, no visions, no goals. But what started to raise my performance was I started to understand what we see, what we have in our peripherals drastically affects our life. You see, back a couple of years ago, when I used to come home, some of my old roommates, right, when I was in college, I would come home, some were smoking and joking, some were sitting in a room watching Netflix with their girlfriend for 8 hours. Some of them were sitting on the couch playing video games after video games. And I got to a point where it started to rub off. I started to get lazy. I was going out multiple days out of the week. But you know what happened? When I started to actually make the decision, went to go live out of my car for 6 months when I actually graduated college. And when I got back with my next roommate, my next business partner, when I would come home, instead of somebody just sitting doing nothing, he was taking notes. He was reading a book. And I would come, I was like, you know what? Let me jump on the audio. Let me go ahead and journal. Let me meditate. So what you see in your peripherals drastically affects the way you think, the way your habits are formed, and the way that you actually go about your day every day. So to be able to raise the necessity for exceptional performance, number 1, you've got to get around individuals that are vibrating, that are moving, that have habits at a high level, because it's going to rub off on you. You're going to start to realize the time that you spent wasted majoring in minor things, I've been there, can be spent on building your brand, building your business, building all different aspects of these 6 pillars that we have. Okay. Number 4, now we just went through the 3 sides of the personal habits. Now let's get into the social. Okay. If you can mesh these together, this is where the magic happens. So let's go ahead and get into it. Number 4, increase productivity in your primary field of interest. Okay. in the area in which you want to be known and drive an impact. So for us, we are in the niche of trading. We're in the niche of NFTs. We're in the niche of crypto. We're in the niche of trading money for money, right? Of being able to, I don't even call it personal development anymore. I call it unpersonal development, because at the end of the day, we're relearning habits that we once knew. Okay, so to increase productivity first, you've got to be able to get knowledgeable on the field that we're in. Okay, so for us, the field that we're in is trading, NFTs, the metaverse, and then we've also got the 12 skill sets from Eric Worre Go Pro. So we've got 12 skill sets to learn, to be able to impact lives, to be able to duplicate this information. And then we've got the trading side, and we have everything that we need. We have a full academy. We have go live sessions in the morning, in the afternoon, at nighttime, from credible 6-7 figure traders that are going over their trades, that are laying out the blueprint. And all we have to do, they said it right here in the book, 90% of success is showing up, but also being able to show up, but take action. Okay, so this is number 4. Number 5, this is how we start tying it in together with the social aspect. So number 4, you've got to be able to increase your productivity in your primary field. Number 5 is going to be give this value to other people. Okay, you want to develop influence. If you want others to be able to follow you for what it is that you do, for your passion, for your work ethic, it starts with being able to give out value, just like I do every day. Right? 5 days a week, every day, don't miss a beat. I give out value because I understand there's a reason why individuals like Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, right, Ty Lopez, Tony Robbins, why do they give out free value? Because they understand that this is how you build influence. A lot of individuals, guess what? They don't want to take the time to go ahead and read the book. They're lazy, right? So you can be the middleman. You can be the one to take the information, learn it, go put it out there in a summarized version for individuals, so now that you can be a person to follow. It's the same thing with crypto, with NFTs, with metaverse. Guess what? We have specialized knowledge. We have specialized information that most people don't know, that they don't have. Going on Google, going on YouTube, you're not going to be able to find this type of information from the educators that we have. There's a reason why it's not free, right? Real information costs. My mentor told me something 5 years ago. And this is something big for all of you that are new, that haven't really taken that step to invest in yourself. He said, if you're not willing to invest 3 figures into yourself, you can't be ready to go ahead and make 6 figures. So if you want to develop influence, I spent so much money on books, audios, events, masterminds, mentorship, so I can go ahead and get this value to go ahead and be able to pour it out into the world. Because whatever you give out always comes back, right? Jim Rohn said it best. If you can help anybody get what they want, you'll be able to get everything that you want. Okay, so developing influence, this is big. Giving value. Last but not least, number 6, demonstrating courage. Okay, demonstrating courage. This isn't easy, but I'll never forget it. TD Jakes has a video. It's called Courage. For a long time, for probably 6 months straight, we would play this video every single day, 6 months straight. And it talks about courage. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to get outside of the box. It takes courage to break generational curses. And this is the truth, right? By expressing our ideas, taking bold action, standing up for yourself and for others, even in the face of fear, uncertainty, threat, or changing conditions. It says that courage is not an occasional act, but a trait of choice and will. So what I've noticed from so many years just getting around high performance individuals from multiple different industries, it's not that they don't feel fear. It's not that they don't get stressed out. The difference is they're able to feel the feeling and do it anyways. You might not want to go to the gym today. It's going to take courage. It's going to take courage to actually eat something healthy if you're used to eating not so great for the past couple weeks, okay? It's going to take courage to go out and make this video that you're afraid that you've been afraid to make for the longest time. But here's what I know. Greatness is right on the other side of fear, right? So when you're willing to make that decision, you're going to notice it's not as scary as you think. So this is the 6 high performance habits that honestly most elite individuals that are doing very well in their field and their industry, they understand it. And it's 3 and 3, okay? 3 for your personal, being able to seek clarity, generate energy, raise the standards for yourself. And then on the other side, your social, increase your productivity, develop influence by giving value, and demonstrate courage, right? Lead the way so others can go ahead and follow you. All right, so family, this is my 6 high performance habits. If you guys got any value, smash the like button down below, drop some 7s. But here's what I know. We're coming into the end of June. We've got a phenomenal next 6 months lined up. A lot of exciting things. We've got TLX, so many travel trips, a lot of incentives, a lot of exciting things coming up. We've got 2 big events. We've got Glendale, Arizona coming up in September. We've got Dubai going on in October. So to say we are excited is an understatement, and I couldn't be more blessed and grateful to be on this journey with each of you, to see your growth, to see you progress, and to see you step into the best version of yourself. Because I believe this is your year. This next 6 months is going to be one to remember. So family, I love you guys. If nobody told you today, you are powerful, you are a leader, you are amazing, and this is going to be a summer to remember. So let's go ahead and make the best of it. It starts with a decision. I love you, family. It's game time. Let's go ahead and get to work.